Hello. Welcome to another reading. How is everybody doing out there? It's getting kind of crazy. I feel like in the cosmos, like in this earth plane, I feel like it's getting more and more confusing unless you're like not in your mind, right? When we get in our minds, things start to get scary. But only if we're like focused on the way things are that we don't like, things that we don't like about our realities, right? We can get caught up in like trying to figure out how we're supposed to change it when like it's not our job to change it necessarily. It's our job to be in the frequency that we want to be in. And then all the changes will occur. But you have to set standards for yourself, right? You have to know what you're willing to tolerate as far as just ways of being, right? And ways of showing up for yourself mainly. So it's just about fine tuning, right? It's just about fine tuning like all of the above, right? How you're showing up for yourself, what sort of obligations you're willing to make to others, how much you're willing to settle, you know? Because we truly don't have to settle, you know? We are worthy of everything we want, and we're worthy of the best. You are worthy of the best. So, whatever that means for you, set your standards there, right? I know it's easier said than done to stick to higher standards, but this is just a reminder an invitation, if you will, to just decide how you truly want to be, right? Decide what you truly deserve, and like what you stand up for yourself, right? So, what do you think you're worthy of? These are great questions to ask yourself. Because if we continue to choose things that aren't in alignment with the version of ourselves that we want to be, then we're not embodying that version of ourselves, right? Source, what is the message today for this collective? Thank you. What is the message? Underlying theme for today, please. That was a lot of cards. That was a lot. I guess it wasn't as many as I thought. So some of you might be actually receiving a blessing at this time. You might be about to receive something, or something might be trying to come in for you right now, but you may be either like resisting it because you're focused on what's going wrong. I'm hearing that it's coming to you and like you're not doing anything wrong. It's just like a reminder to stay open to like knowing that you're blessed, knowing that Source is always trying to bring you blessings, opportunities, all the things that you want. And what I'm sensing with this is that there is a major blessing coming in for you at this time as the underlying theme here for you. So yes, if you see like the picture, she's open, she's grounded, right? Through this pillar of light, divine light, but she's grounded, but she's also open to receive, right? when we're focused on what's not going well in our lives or something we perceive as wrong, we get tense, right? And we lower our frequency. And so we don't align necessarily with like these incoming blessings that are always trying to come in for us, that we're always being called towards ultimately. We can hear that guidance more, right? When we're in a higher vibration, obviously. So connecting to truth, connecting to the divine. The universe is trying to bring this in for you right now, something big. And it could just be like clarity. I'm hearing your path of light. So maybe it's just clarity on like what your joy is. You may have felt some confusion about what your joy is, and like sometimes you need to experiment with different things to figure it out, right? Or you might just think of like what's always been easy for you, what's always been innate for you. You know? Like for me, it's music. And so I'm having these realizations now, like I enjoy verbal channeling like this, but it's just like inevitable that I'm gonna have to pursue music if I want to be fulfilled, because like I just keep like avoiding it. And then, you know, these things like that I'm doing are fun and they're a great experience, but when it comes down to it, I feel like I'm more in my purpose if I'm doing music. And it honestly, when I'm singing or channeling music, it comes through so easily. It comes through so much more easily than anything else. So interesting, huh? So like, I feel like for some of you, this major blessing might just be like that realization of like owning the fact that you can pursue your deepest calling if you want to, right? And like there's nothing more satisfying than pursuing your deepest calling, especially if you've been avoiding it for a long time, right? It's just gonna get harder and harder not to listen to that call, I feel, for you. So you may also just be receiving like abundance, like some kind of money opportunity right now, or like a random gift of money or something like that. Like I'm seeing like a chunk of money for some of you. You actually might be receiving a chunk of money incoming right now. So we also got higher consciousness in reverse. Speaking of reverse, my phone screen is in reverse, so it's like mirrored. So that's why it's like kind of weird for me to hold the card. So higher consciousness, this is what it looks like. So we're wanting to tune into this, right? We're always connected to this higher consciousness. We just pinch ourselves off from it sometimes. So I think that's why it came up reversed, because maybe some of you are pinching it off. Just like not being in a state of allowing. There might be something you're doing that's bringing tension into your body, like that you're doing on a regular basis, that is like holding you apart from this, just allowing this higher consciousness to flow through as easily. And so that's making it harder for you to manifest or allow this blessing to come to you. This gift, this true path, gift of your true path, or amount of money that's going to help you pursue this path, or opportunity that's going to help you pursue this path, or clarity. Okay? Something, it has to do with your truest path, your highest purpose. That's like the terminology that I'm hearing, is your true path. So, but you have to tune to higher consciousness in order to be able to follow the guidance that's going to show you what is for you and what direction that path is, right? So let's get some more info on this. More specific info on this. Let's see. What is this blessing that's trying to come in for this collective? Oh, they're wanting me to pull from this one again to answer that question. Okay. Oracle of Angels again. Okay. I had to move the camera. Sorry about that. So what is this blessing that's coming in for this collective, Source? I'm hearing abundance, love, growing. We got this card in the last card reading I did. So this blessing is you growing into this beautiful, like, higher version of you. I don't really like using that term, but like it's like just more developed is what I'm hearing. Form of you, right? It's like you have grown so much and you are about to bloom or blossom into this like beautiful rose, right? And you have these angels, and fairies and whatnot, these non-physical source energy beings, this consciousness, right, that's assisting you, it's tending to your garden, it's helping you grow, this higher consciousness, because you're tuning more and more into light. So for many of you, this blessing is just a huge growth spurt that you're going through right now, I feel, that's going to allow you to really fully step into basically like a new version of you that's more fulfilled. But the fulfillment has to start within you now, right? Is what the angels' guides are saying. They're saying that they love you and they're supporting you, is also what I'm hearing. They love you and they're tending to your garden. So it's not just you that's growing, it's seeds that you've planted, seeds of desire. I'm hearing the word Mother Nature, so like the universe, they're saying, the cosmos are tending to these seeds that you've planted, and then you're going to be reaping the harvest of that soon. And that's why you're getting this card that's actually showing the full bloom of the roses, right? So it's not just you that's blooming, it's your reality. It's this like dream life that's manifesting, that's unfolding. It's your external reality that's shifting, that's opening and evolving and reaching a new like platform, is like what I'm hearing, is like this new foundation. It's like an upper level, a higher level. You've gone through a level up internally, is what they're saying. And so like the external is going to mirror that. And that is like what's incoming for you right now. But they're really wanting you to focus on connecting to your higher power, connecting to this infinite intelligence within you that's always guiding you. And you can do that just through getting out of your mind, quieting your mind. And you can also do it just by paying attention to your body and like your physical body and what it's telling you, how it's calling you, and like what your nervous system is signaling to you in every moment, in every now. How is it calling you? What micro action, what need for balance or need for stabilization, I'm hearing, within your emotional system, and they're really just saying it's your nervous system being in a coherent state. They're saying you can be restful and still get things done because rest is productive. They're saying rest is the way for some of you right now, because it's going to release some of that tension that's keeping you sort of resisting, right? Because, and also with rest is what I'm hearing is that like you actually might find the clarity by resting instead of just trying to take massive action. If you try to take massive action when your body's calling you to rest, you might make decisions through that action that are going to take you on a massive detour that is like unnecessary. Where you're going to be like, okay, well, I just did a bunch of work for no reason, even though it was very clarifying, and now I know what I'm preferring or what I do want to pursue. But it would have been, I could have skipped all that, right? If I would have just rested and followed the intuition, the intuitive pull, and just like, and then like it might result you in like preventing just making a big mess that you now have to clean up, right? For example, like a big manifested mess of like maybe you, like for example, to explain this in a way that makes more sense, it's like, say you start a project, a big project, and you're like, this is going to be my new business. Like, I'm just going to like take massive action on this for the next 2 weeks. Say you did this like the first of the year. And then come February, you're like deep into it. You've already like posted on social media about it. You've already like started building a following around it. And then this month of February comes and we have all these like cosmic conjunctions and whatnot, like planetary alignments and things that are activating us in new ways. And so then your consciousness shifts and you're like, you're coming more into your truth. And then you're like, you realize like, well, I don't want to pursue this thing at all, actually, because it's not in alignment with my truth. What's more in alignment is this other path, right? And so it's like, if you would, perhaps, I'm suggesting that this is just an example, hypothetical, right? But like, perhaps if you would have just like skipped the caffeine and just rested more and just like done more soothing activities, more fun activities, you may have been guided to the clarity that would have just guided you more towards the direction that you're truly wanting to move towards, right? That you actually ended up wanting to move towards. I hope that makes sense. I know it's a little confusing to explain it, but it's just the message is like, rest is productive for many of you, I'm hearing. Especially certain human design types. Such as projectors. We need lots of rest. This card came up again, and I feel that this is just a confirmation of what I was just saying. Like, self-soothing, relaxing, getting yourself comfortable so that you can just be in a vibration where you're in alignment with your higher consciousness so that you can be led and guided to your blessings, right? I know it's like we're always told to break out of our comfort zone, and that's good to do too. But just remember that it's not always about that forceful edge, right? It's not always about like challenging the self and struggling and learning the hard way. And it's not always about all of that, right? Sometimes it's about listening to our bodies in a very, very honest way. And sometimes when we listen to our bodies, a lot of times, especially I feel like right now in particular, And in just like in general in our modern day society, right? Rest, comfort is sometimes the most boldest, most bravest, most self-honoring, most warrior spirit thing you can do. Because the whole world is telling you that rest is lazy, you're not being productive, you're not of value if you're not creating a business, you're not of value if you're not working hard, hustling and devoting all your time to a pursuit that's going to make you money, right? That's going to set you up for success. That's the paradigm we live in, right? As a society, this is what we're taught, and it's so ingrained in our culture. Like, so this comfort card, like, let this be your permission slip. Whoever needs to hear this, if this feels good to you, this like permission slip of rest, then that means that it's for you. That means it is the work for you. Rest is the work for some of you. It is the most productive thing you can do, I'm telling you. Sometimes, if you're really, really called to do things, to take action on things, by all means, do that. And if that's an alignment, then that's going to lead you to, you know, more harvest, more blessings too. It's just like, you just have to listen to yourself. You have to listen to your body. You have to listen to your, just what, if there's something feeling out of balance, out of alignment, just keep coming back to yourself. Being honest with yourself, paying attention to you, and devoting to your own alignment as the number one priority, no matter what you're doing with your action. Because it's like alignment, even if that's through just like comfort and rest and just gathering my friend and I always say, gathering our berries, like when we're losing our berries. Means like we're just like on a ridiculous tangent in our conversation, right? And we're just like being completely ridiculous and we're just like losing it, right? Completely losing it. We've lost our berries. So this is like, sometimes you just need to gather your berries. Okay? Sometimes you just need to like come back to self. And even if that means to retreat in your bed, it's okay. Like, be proud of yourself and don't let anybody shame you for that, right? Like, do what you need to do. And just remember, it really is the most productive thing if it's going to bring you back into your alignment. Because alignment is what powers everything in your life that you want coming to you. Alignment is alignment with source. It's alignment with the universe. It's like plugging in the vacuum before using the vacuum. Okay? So it's very significant. See? It's your power source. So, isn't that funny that like everything we've been taught is just like the opposite? The truth is like the opposite, right? Because it's like, there's no power in vacuuming the rug without plugging it in first, right? There's no power in taking action before you line up your energy, which might just mean resting and being in a state of balance, being in a state of harmony. What else do we have for this collective source? Oh, that one right here. Your inner calling is coming through right now, right? Your inner calling is going to come through, I'm hearing, with this alignment, with you rebalancing and realigning your vibration, realigning your life, which really just means coming into alignment, because that's really your only job, is your frequency, right? Source puts the other miracles into place. And then you'll know what action to take, right? It'll be obvious. But your inner calling is calling you right now. It's becoming louder, more potent. You're hearing it more and more. You're feeling it within you. Your intuition is telling you, is pushing you, is guiding you towards something. And I'm hearing that you're going to be following that soon. As long as you take this instruction, this direction on tuning into higher consciousness, right? Plugging into your power source, getting rest. Like, you can also, this card also represents like knowing that you're not alone, knowing that you're supported by source, by God, by your divine team. You can find comfort in that. And that might help you relax. That might help you find solace in resting, right? One more, please, for clarification. One more. They're saying it is you. They're saying that this message is you. It's your higher self speaking to you. So that just came through. They're saying it's you, love. Be free, be you. They're saying be you. Inner calling. They're saying your inner calling is great. It's grand right now. It's grand. It's a great thing to go after. They say because it's innate within you. It's your innate gift shining, right? And bringing you abundance, bringing you prosperity. So that's exciting. Is there one more? Is there one more? Releasing. So you've been going, we pulled this card last time too. You've been going through a lot of shedding, right? And there's some major things right now that are coming up that are showing you where you're not free. And so those things are going to be released as well. And they could just be like standards you're lowering yourself to, or just vibrational states that you're tolerating, right? And then we have the eternal light and love, which is source, which is God, which is your truth. This is you. This is how significant you are. Right? We're all connected. We are all connected as one, as the wholeness, as source. The Holy Spirit, as some religions say, right? But we are all, as individuals, we all make up this one. And like this, just knowing this, that you are this energy, and that this is your stream of power, should just make you feel so worthy, right? It should just make you feel so worthy of relaxing, of knowing your worth, of knowing that you get to receive what you want. You don't have to struggle, right? But you are releasing a lot right now because you're understanding your truth more. So, and that is just an inevitable thing that happens the more we learn who we are. Is there any messages coming out from the Work Your Light? Okay, they're actually saying that that's it, so I'm going to leave it at that. And, yeah, thanks for being here, and hang in there if you're going through it, and keep going if you're doing great, and get some rest if you need to. That's definitely a message for some of you here. And, yeah, you guys, we're all growing, and the seeds that we've planted of our desires are growing, and like we're going to be harvesting that through manifestations in the physical. So Namaste. Thank you guys. I love you, and I'll see you in the next message. Okay, bye.